Hello, everyone. All of the houses in today's episode are $75,000 and less. The temperature is in the mid-50s and it's going to be in the mid-60s by the weekend. We're headed into Alabama. Welcome to How Much House for the Money. Hope you're all having a beautiful day and your cup is always full of happiness. So yeah, we're headed into Alabama where it's in the mid-50s today and it's going to be in the mid-60s by the weekend. So if that sounds good to you and you're considering a move to Alabama, this episode is definitely for you. We're going to begin here in Attalla, Alabama. This house is $75,000. It's the highest priced house in today's episode. It's 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with 3,159 square feet on a little more than a half an acre of land. And it's at 1205 7th Street Southwest in Attalla, Alabama, 35954. And as always, you can find the listing agencies and the addresses for these properties in the description box below each video. So this one has been on the market for 45 days and the house was built in 1971. So let's check out the 70s beauty, see how much house we're getting for our money in Attalla, Alabama, which means we're in Etowah County. Population is just over 103,000 people. So here we are, $75,000 brick house right here with a beautiful shingle roof. Look at that nice entry. Got a couple of trees on each side of it. This is very pretty. Looks like you're on a really nice parcel that's just a little bit more than a half an acre. And in this area of Alabama, in this county, your median home values are right around $230,000. So there's a lot of room to grow some equity. So it looks like they took a tree down in the backyard and looks like there is a paved patio right there. So that was nice. You still have a nice shade tree over here on the side. And this again is Attalla, Alabama in Etowah County. And that's Attala for the town name. Look at this. Headed right on inside. So it looks like we may be getting, that could be wood or vinyl flooring. Go check it out in person, right? Have those home inspections. Get down to the fine details. $75,000 house right here. Look how nice this is. Big window there in your living area. We do have some carpet. And here's the kitchen. Look at this. This has got some character, doesn't it? So you have a wall oven. You've got your counter range. You do have a beautiful window above your double sink. Does have a dishwasher. Now here we have this side peninsula with those overhead cabinets. You could take those overhead cabinets right off and maybe just if you wanted to switch out the countertop and have more of an overhang for some counter high chairs. But that's very pretty kitchen. Let me know what you guys think of this one. And remember to leave me a comment and let me know where you're viewing from because it's always great to have everybody here. Hope you're all having a great Thursday. Cheers, everybody. Having coffee kind of late in the day. I'll be up all night. Okay, so looks like with this kitchen we're having some vinyl flooring. That's very pretty. I like the hardware. Looks like you could move right in here. It's $75,000. Wow, look at that. So you have a wall of cabinets here. Another wall of windows. So this looks like it could be your dining room. A really cool vintage pendant light. If you like vintage fixtures and you like vintage finishes, this one might suit your needs. Attalla, Alabama. There we have a fireplace. Set of French doors. And as always, you can ask the listing agent how long the home has been vacant. They do not increase in value when they've been sitting unoccupied. And this one's been on the market more than 40 days. You can always make offers. This one's very pretty. So here we have some more paneling and wallpaper and that carpet. And it looks like we have a platform where your bed could be placed. That's very unique. Get a little romance going in the bedroom. You know, lighten up the mood a little bit, people. Lighten up the mood. Woo! This will do it for you. Look at this. So here's your maybe primary ensuite right here. So you have dual sinks, kind of like a swirl finish there with your drawers and the cabinets on both sides. Wow, this would be a fun one to see in person. This has got some character. So it looks like we have a single shower here to the left of that. Beautiful 71 find right here, 1971. Groovy, everybody. Okay, so here it looks like you have a nice walk-in closet right by that commode, and we're just can't close the lid because there isn't one. We'll put one on there. Okay, so here's a lighter room, woo, with some deep purple carpet. There's your pop of color in Alabama, you guys. We're looking at potential and the possibilities of a $75,000 listing right here. Looks like you've got some closet space in this room. Now, we might get lucky and find hardwood floor beneath the carpet. You just never know what we're going to find, right? This is very pretty, though. A lot of character. Here's another bathroom with dual sinks. Elongated counter and vanity there. Very nice. And more vanity space along on the opposite wall. There is carpet in the bedroom, and it looks like we might get a soaker tub in that next room. Now, for me, I'd want to roll that carpet up and just remove it, but that's just me. Back in the day, I bet this was a showcase, and it could definitely be again. 1971. So here's your laundry area. Here's another bedroom. Now this looks like it could be... That looks like it's on an upper level. More closet space. Blue carpet instead of purple. Another bathroom, powder room. And there again is another angle of the outside. Very pretty brick house with a shingle roof. 12057 7th Street Southwest, Attalla, Alabama, 35954. And again, this house has more than 3,100 square feet of living space. Wow. It's quite a find. So let's look at our street view. There it is, sitting up on the little hill there. Very pretty. But again, you do your diligence. Check out your neighborhoods. Do your research. But look how pretty this is. And this is Attalla, Alabama. Looks like it's a corner lot. So let's see where we are on the map. Again, this is Attalla County. Okay, so you've got Jack's Family Restaurant nearby. And let's see. So we have Egypt up to the northwest. Ridgeville's right above us. We're right off of Highway 59. Carlisle, Rockledge is right up to the north of us. And let's see here. We have Birmingham, Alabama down to the southwest. And then we have Blountesville and Hanceville over to the west. And we have Piedmont and Jacksonville, Alabama down to the southeast. So you're right above Birmingham. Right below Huntsville, I would say. And when we look at the satellite view of this is more than a little bit more than a half an acre. There it is right there. Nice square parcel. Looks like this might be like a little bit of a cul-de-sac. Very pretty. That looks very nice. You've got a lot of trees around. 12057 7th Street Southwest, Attalla, Alabama, 35954. And it states here, brick ranch in a nice area of Attalla. Roll up your sleeves and brighten this home. Bring it back to life. And it has a formal living room, dining, family room with a fireplace, full unfinished basement on a corner lot. Wow, nice. And let's see here. It was listed in May of 2023 for $229,000. Then they listed it, decreased it to $2,099. Then they removed it. Then they tried it in December for $105,000. Now they're down to $75,000. And it's 55 years old, this house. And the property tax rate in Alabama is one of the lowest in the U.S. It's 0.36%. So not only are you going to get warmer weather, and well, if you're in the Northeast or in the Midwest, and you're going to get warmer weather and you're going to get low property taxes. $75,000 house right there. Very nice. It's got a lot of potential. So now check this one out. We're going into Georgiana, Alabama. This one's sitting on 5 acres of land, you guys. Now this one might be a bit of a fixer. It's $73,800 with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and 1,368 square feet of living space. And again, it's 5 acres of land, and you'll find this one at 3687 Avant Loop in Georgiana, Alabama, 36033. This property has been on the market for 76 days, and it was built in 1911. So in Georgiana, Alabama, we're in Butler County. So let's take a look at this and see how much house we're getting for our money, which looks like it has a metal roof, a covered entry, a carport. How nice. Vinyl siding. Look at this. 5 acres of land. And the median home values here are right around $230,000. So more room for equity growth. And here we go. So it looks like we're going to need some ceiling tiles. Nice wood walls. You've got a whole row of cabinets. Beautiful windows above your sink. Vinyl flooring. So this one's going to need some attention. But that's okay. We're looking at under $74,000, pardon me. Under $74,000 with 5 acres of land. Where more than likely those white flakes are not going to be falling from the sky. But you never know, right? Crazy weather people are having right now. Okay, so yeah, it looks like they might have been working on the ceilings. It looks like the molding's all been taken off. Very pretty walls, though. So you got a set of French doors in that room right behind this one. Light and bright. Georgiana, Alabama, and Butler County. The population of this county is just under 19,000 people. So this might be taking you down to a lower level. 5 acres of land. You're going to have your well, your septic, the utilities. Privacy. Wide array of wildlife. Go check this one out and get the lay of the land. So it looks like we're right down a concrete floor. Not sure what section of the house this is. There's another angle of the kitchen. Big kitchen. Plenty of room for an island or more cabinets. Very nice. $73,800. So there's your attic access in the hall here. Nice wide hallway. Anyone looking in Alabama, this is 5 acres. So this one looks like it's been closed up for a while. Not sure if there's a shower. We definitely see the tub. Yeah, we're right down to the bare flooring. So this is a home that you could spruce it up, modernize it, put your own final finishes and touches on it, and call it your own. You can always make offers. These houses are placed on the market to be sold. $73,800 with 5 acres of land. Man, be hard-pressed to find 5 acres for that kind of money in many other states. It's hard to find some lots for that kind of money. Okay, so here is another entry point. Good-sized rooms. There's another bathroom, the tub and shower combination. Avocado green, remember those days? Yep, it looks pretty raw and ready for someone to just call it their own, bring new life to it, because people need houses and houses need people. Just looking at the potential and possibilities of this one in Georgiana, Alabama, in Butler County. 5 acres of land. Very pretty porch. Look at that. We could dress up and paint this wrought iron railing here. You could lighten the color of the shutters or lighten the color of the vinyl siding. They're very nice. There's your backside. That's very pretty. It looks like it's on propane gas. That's very pretty. So this is that back room off the living area. Wow. And this is Alabama. And there's your carport. That roof looks fairly new. But again, check it out. Have those home inspections. Here's the location. Very pretty. Whoever is looking in Georgiana, Alabama, check this one out and leave us a comment. 3687 Avant Loop. And that's 1,368 square feet of living space. It's been on the market 76 days, built in 1911. So let's check out the street view. Wow, look at this. So there you are on a country road in Alabama right here. And you don't have anybody across the road, no neighbors. Wow, very pretty. Look at this, you guys. Who's looking in Alabama for some acreage? So here's where we are on the map. Okay, so we're in Avant, so you have some nearby amenities, not too far in the distance. So we are right above Mackenzie and Shreve and Garland's down here to the southwest. So it looks like we're right off of Highway 65. And so this is southern Alabama. You've got Mobile down here to the southwest, Andalusia, Enterprise, and Montgomery is right up here to the north. Very pretty. So let's check out our 5 acres of land. There you go. Look at that. Well, that's a sweet country parcel in Alabama right there. 3687 Avant Loop, Georgiana, Alabama, 36033. And it states here, opportunity is knocking. 2-bedroom, 2-bath property is a fantastic fixer. It's perfect for the savvy homeowner, first-time home buyer, cash buyer. Home boasts major durable exterior features, including the low-maintenance vinyl siding, a long-lasting metal roof, providing a great starting point. And for the history on this one, it was listed in November of last year for $1,025. Then they decreased it to $82,000. Now they're down to $73,800, and they may be motivated. The house is 115 years old. $73,800 with 5 acres of land, you guys. Wow. Sweet find. Okay, so now we're going to head into Sycamore, Alabama. This one's $57,000 on an acre of land, and it's another brick house with a metal roof. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and definitely meander through the episodes, because in the previous episode, I showed you some properties in Florida, and before that, I showed you properties that were $25,000 that you could move into, so definitely check it out. So this one's on an acre, 1,434 square feet of living space, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms at 190 Logan Street in Sycamore, Alabama, 35149. It's only been on the market 3 days, built in 1952, and it does state that it is a foreclosure. So let's check it out and see how much house we're getting for our money in Sycamore, Alabama. So in Sycamore, Alabama, we are headed into Talladega County. Population is around 81,000 people, and your median home values here are right around $220,000. So room for equity, you guys. It's all about the return on your investment. So we have a little covered entry here. Brick structure. Looks like we might be getting a chain link fence. Look at that. Nice. We have a garage with a metal roof. This is $57,000 house, you guys. On an acre, so you're going to have the well, the septic, the utilities. Very pretty. Just the setting alone. Look how nice this is. But again, do your diligence. Go check it out. Quite a few windows. So you do have a chain fence with a gate. And that native vegetation will bloom in the next couple of months. When you have your home inspection, they'll let you know the longevity of your roof. They'll check your foundation, run your mechanicals. However, sometimes these foreclosures are as is, where is, and they don't turn anything on. So even though you can have a home inspection for your own information purposes, they may not turn utilities on, and they might just be selling it as is, where is, but that's what you can find out with the listing agent. And again, we are in Sycamore, Alabama, and Talladega County. Very nice garage. That's a big garage. More than a 2-car. So here we're headed inside. Look at this, you guys. A lot of cabinets. You got overhead cabinets all the way around, wrapped around this kitchen. You've got an island, and you've got long, elongated counter with 2 windows above it, and one above your double sink. We do have a dishwasher. Wow. $57,000 house right here. Sycamore, Alabama. And again, the property tax rate in Alabama is 0.36%. And that's what the assessor is going to come out and gauge your property taxes on. We're getting hardwood flooring. Nice. Archway there. Cut out. So you have a couple of windows in this room here. It looks like that could be paneling that's been painted. Beautiful hardwood flooring. That can be refinished. We're looking at $57,000 house right here. So there's a view into the bathroom. There's that paneling. That's a variation of flooring there. If any of you are looking for a fixer, this one's in Sycamore, Alabama for $57,000, and it's a foreclosure. And the banks do not want to hang on to these houses, so you're always welcome to make offers. Base it on the condition of the house, the results of the home inspection, and what you feel it's worth to you, honestly. Here's another bathroom. Very nice. A lot of windows. So that's ceramic tile flooring, pedestal sink. This one looks really interesting. Looks like there's a lot of potential with this one too. Variation of wall color. You can get really creative with this one. Make it your own. Very pretty living room. So there's the kitchen behind this wall here. Now you could put a header in there and open that space right up, or at least enlarge the, door frame, or maybe open it in another, like move it over to the right maybe. Have a wider opening, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to the kitchen. And then there's another angle of the outside. This one's $57,000. 190 Logan Street on an acre of land. So let's check out the street view here. Look how pretty this is. Wow. I love the vegetation. That is very pretty. It looks like you're on a little side street. But again, do your diligence. Research neighborhoods. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, this is very nice. $57,000. And there's that American flag blowing in the breeze. Cheers to that. Cheers to you guys. This house was built in 1952. 1,434 square feet. Situated on a large fence lot, full brick exterior with a metal roof, features a good-sized kitchen area, a large living room, some hardwood floors, and perfect for a first-time home buyer. And it was just listed, and this house is 74 years old. Very nice, lots of potential. And it does state it's a foreclosure, $57,000 on an acre. Now we're going to head into Fayette, Alabama. This one's $54,900 with an acre of land. 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom with 1,120 square feet of living space. This is another brick house. It's been on the market for 121 days, and it doesn't tell us the year it was built, but let's take a look at this. Nonetheless, look how pretty this is. Now this could be white brick. Very pretty. At least it looks brick, but go check it out in person because I could be wrong. But it looks like it does have a metal roof. Looks like we have a little covered porch there off to the side. This is very pretty. Looks like a really pretty parcel. And this is an acre. And this is $54,900. And we're in Fayette County, where the population is just under 16,400 people. And the median home values here are right around $185,000. So another house where you can grow some equity and get some return on your investment. Look at those gorgeous floors. So there you do have a propane heater in that fireplace there, but that could be modified. This could be a bit of a fixer. Okay, so here is another angle of that. Wow, those floors are beautiful. Let me know what you guys think of these houses. Leave me a comment. It's always nice to read comments and see what everybody's up to. I hope you're all staying warm, staying safe, staying healthy. Okay, so here's our kitchen with more hardwood flooring. So not much for cabinets and counters, but you can modify that. You could salvage some of these if you wanted, or just start fresh. We're going to need a new range hood and a range. More than likely a refrigerator. And again, you can ask the agent how long they've been vacant. You can do some research. Big kitchen though. And again, this is the kind of wall here that you may be able to open this up. If you want more, I don't know, it looks like we have a lot of room back here as well. Huh. $54,900. Yeah, so it looks like they do have more cabinets. It's got potential, you guys, right? The possibilities are endless. Another house that needs some love. Y'all have some love to give? Okay, so this could be one of the bedrooms with closet space. Okay, so here's the bathroom. Looks like a single shower. Okay, so here's another angle of the bathroom. Looks like we do have a little residue above your window frame there. But again, check it out in person. Get down to the nitty-gritty. So this could be pantry space. Nice. So this could be another bedroom. Just envision this even with lighter wall coloring. Those floorings would be just gorgeous. Okay, so this looks like it may have had some moisture at one time. Maybe that reflects the price, but again, check it out. Make offers. Yeah, this could be very pretty. $54,900 in Fayette County in Fayette, Alabama. Very pretty parcel. Plenty of room for a garden. Add that pop of color around your landscaping. Call it home. Yeah, nice. All right, so let's get some information off of this one. 2938 Highway 96 in Fayette, Alabama, 35555. Let's check out the street view. There we have it. So you're kind of up on the little bit of a hill there. Very pretty. And you don't have any neighbors right on top of you with this one either, from what it looks like. And let's see where we are on the map. And this is Fayette, Alabama. Okay, so let's see here. You've got some local amenities over to the east of us. Fayette. So we're above Kennedy and above Palmetto. And Barry's over here to the east. And when we scroll out, Hamilton's up to the north of us. Birmingham is over here to the east. And we have, let's see, Millport and Reform and Carrollton down to the south. Tuscaloosa's down here to the south. And right above is Brilliant, Winfield, and Hamilton, as I mentioned. So this is western Alabama. And there it is. Red marks the spot right there. And let's check out your satellite view. So it looks like we're not too far from, let's see, Highway 23. And here we are, and here's the parcel. There it is. Very nice. Tucked back in the trees with no neighbors in sight. There might be one over here to the left a little ways, but other than that, it's very peaceful, it looks like. 2938 Highway 96 Fayette, Alabama, 35555. It's been on the market 121 days. And it states here that it's 3-bedroom, 1-bath located on an acre with a walk-in pantry. It's full of character. The property is ideal for first-time home buyers or someone looking for a remodel project. And remember, you can always ask if there's more land available. Even though this is listed with an acre, you can ask the agent or you can do some research yourself and see if there's more land available. And if there is, if they're not ready to part ways with it right now, you could ask for first right of refusal on your sales agreement. Just an FYI if you want more land. And when we go down to the history on this one, this was listed, let's see, for $20,000 back in 2016. Then they removed it after reducing it to $18,000. Then they listed it in September of last year for $74,900, and now they're down to $54,900. So it looks like they're motivated. They don't tell the year of the house, unfortunately. And again, this one is on an acre for $54,900 in Fayette, Alabama, 35555, and no neighbors. Very nice. Or we have this one in Sycamore, Alabama, a foreclosure on an acre for $57,000, a brick ranch. Or we have this one in Georgiana on 5 acres of land, Georgiana, Alabama, for $73,800. Or we have this one in Attalla, Alabama, another brick ranch for $75,000 on a little more than a half an acre, not quite 3/4. So let's take a look at our cost of living for Alabama. So this is by SoFi, and it says whether Tiger or Crimson Tide, there's no doubt that Alabamans are intensely proud of their state. One of the best college football legacies in the nation, its delicious southern cuisines, or the fact that Mobile, Alabama was actually the site of the first celebration of Mardi Gras. Alabama's ranks continue to grow as its population has risen each year since 2010 and now numbers over 5,157,000 residents. One of the things that continues to draw in new residents is no doubt Alabama's affordable cost of living. So it says here the average cost of living for Alabama is right around $44,529 per year. And it's good news for anyone who's thinking of moving to Alabama. And here is your breakdown of the housing and utility costs right down to gasoline and energy. Housing costs can be $802 to $1,351. And that goes on to show you what rents would be. And here are your typical home prices between Birmingham all the way down to Troy. So they range from $77,000 all the way up past $379,000. And here's your utility costs: electric $163, natural gas $81, water $57, and then groceries and food. But that, of course, would be determined by each individual. And so you can check out SoFi for more information on the cost of living, but it's under $45,000, and it's one of the most affordable places to live in the U.S. with one of the lowest property tax rates. And that'll do it for today's episode. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a beautiful day and you're staying warm and healthy, safe and sound. We'll see you again in the next episode, because more houses with low price and high potential are coming up. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers.